Alright, so we just want to look at the area of a trapezium. So if you've got a trapezium, what is a trapezium? Let's just have a look at that first. So a trapezium is basically a quadrilateral where one pair of opposite sides are actual parallel. Okay, it could look like that. There, it's got one pair of parallel sides. You could be something like this. That would be a trapezium. As long as one of the pairs of sides, not two, if two were parallel, like if you had two pairs of parallel sides, so like this, so you had that parallel, then it becomes a parallelogram. So the two parallel sides, for the sake of our formula for the area, we call those A and B. And the height of the trapezium that we need in our formula is the perpendicular height. So if we were looking at this, that there, you need the perpendicular height. So it'd be straight down there. This one you'd need the perpendicular height, and this is your A and your B. So the actual formula is H over 2 times A plus B. So I just want to look at actually deriving that. So it's the A plus the B. That's the A and the B. You add those together, and then you do the H over 2. So whatever the perpendicular height. So just make sure you're always, for your height, you're always doing the perpendicular height, and the A and the B are your two parallel sides. Now, before I prove it, I might just use it and just show you exactly what I mean. So if you have a trapezium like this, and let's just say this was 8 meters and they're parallel, and this was 6 meters and 12 meters, and this here, let's just say that was 9 meters. And if we look at that there, the main thing is to realize that your perpendicular height is the 8, okay? It's not the 9. So the 9, that 9 there, that is just dodgy. You don't need that. That's a sloping height. And your parallel sides, like, are your 6 and the 12, and that's what your A and your B are. So if you have your formula, the area equals height over 2, A plus B. Your height is equal to 8. Your A, that would be the 6, but it could also be the 12. It doesn't matter because you're going to add the two things together anyway. And the order of adding doesn't matter. And the B is equal to 12. So if you did 6 plus 12 or 12 plus 6, it's really not going to make any difference. So the height, that's 8 over 2. So you put the height in, that's H over 2. And then you do the 6 and the 8, that's your A and your B. So times, because that's what's in between the bracket, 6 plus 8, so you add those together. It's a little like a triangle without a top on it. So you know how you go a half height times the base, but instead of doing the base, you do the A plus the B. So half of 8 is 4, 6 and 12 is 18. 4 18s are 72, so it is 72 meters squared. Okay, so I'm going to stick to, when I'm proving this, I'm going to make sure that it is. We're just going to do a symmetrical, it's called an isosceles trapezium. We'll just base it on that, just to simplify our proof. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is, if you get your piece of paper, okay, and I need you just to measure, let's just say we measure in 15 centimeters there, then you measure in 15 centimeters there, so that you have equal sides there and there. Now if you join up from here to here and here to here, then that means that the shape that you've just formed there, that is a trapezium, but it'll be an isosceles trapezium because these two sides will actually be equal. Now, if we look at this then, what I'd like you to do is to cut your trapezium out. So I want you to have your trapezium sitting there. It's an isosceles trapezium. Put a line down here so that you have your perpendicular height. And we're going to call this here A, and this one along here is actually going to be B. Okay, so what we're going to do in order to find the area of this shape, So in order to find the area, we're going to take this one here and we're going to put it and place it right there. So when you place it there, you can see that this is A and that one there is X. This would be A here, the height's H, and we're going to place this one here, which is H and X. So to get the whole area here, that length there is X plus A. So the area would be base times the height. Now the base is equal to X plus A, and then it's times H, which is the height. I'm going to put the height at the front. So the A equals the height times X plus A. Now our prize that we're trying to get, or the formula that we're trying to get, is equal to H on 2A plus B. So somehow we need to get the B from our original trapezium into this. So what is B actually equal to? So the B, if you look at this, the B is actually equal to A, which is that part of it. So it'll be A, let's go here. So it'll be A plus, it'll be this X and this X. So it is actually equal to, the B is actually equal to A plus 2X. So that means that we need to just, if we look at this, we really don't want the X in there. So if we rearrange this, that means that you've got A plus 2X equals B. If you take away the A, then you get 2X is B minus A. And then divide by 2, you get X is B minus A over 2. So I'm now just going to sub that into the formula. So here's the formula there. The formula is H times B minus A over 2 plus A. So that's A over 1. And then it's times 2 times 2. Okay, so then it's going to be H times B minus A over 2 plus 2A over 2. Okay, so I'm getting a common denominator. So once I've got a common denominator, so that'll be B minus A plus 2A all over 2. So it's like H over 1. I can make that H over 2 because 1 times 2 is 2. So you can bring it out the front and just make it a half. B minus A plus 2A is B plus A, which is simply just our formula because we can write B plus A is the same as A plus B. So the order of that doesn't actually even matter. So just finding the area of one more trapezium, 9 meters. I'm going to put like 18 meters there, 10 meters, and we'll put 20 meters there. Okay, so we need a couple of things for our formula. We need the perpendicular height, and we just need the A and the B. This here, that is not important because that is the sloping height. So the area is 9 over 2 times 10 plus 20, 9 over 2 times 30, which will equal 9 times 15. You get 135 meters squared.